Alright, welcome back to Octopath Traveler. Today, we will be doing Hannett's Chapter 3. It's in here in Still Snow. Quite like this town's music. It's nice and piano-y. And I've decided to bring along Primrose because she needs a little bit of XP. And I kind of want to diversify the party just a little. Just a little. So, let's go ahead and get it started. I've made her an apothecary for now, but that's just because I need somebody to be something. In hopes of undoing your master's petrification, you head to Still Snow to meet the seer Susanna. For the story so far, following her master's trail, Hannett made the long journey to Stoneguard. There she talked to Natalia, who had been friends with Xanta. Following Natalia's clues, Hannett found her and her master in the forest, except he had been petrified by the beast called Red Eye. Hannett, forgive us, this old man, for not keeping his promise. The last words he wrote before the curse stilled his hand. In the same note, he told Hannett to find a woman called Susanna. She's the seer he wrote, and perhaps she can help. And thus does Hannett arrive in the frozen village of Still Snow.
Oh.
By the spirits, the snow falleth deep here. She a snow leopard? Does she like that? I forget. What is it, Lind? 'Tis not like thee to frolic in as a kitten. But then thou art a snow leopard, art thou not? For thee, arriving in this white wasteland is like a homecoming.
Woohoo!
Party? What? Party? I ain't never seen a snow leopard that big afore. It doesn't bite, does it?
Cheerily.
Fear not, young ones. Lind is with me. She is a gentle creature. She will doeth thee no harm.
Really?
She's yours? Funny sort of pet, ain't she? Lind is not a pet. She is my companion, my friend. Friends, you say? Just like us, then. I don't know what voice I gave to him earlier, but it clearly wasn't that. Hi.
Yeehaw!
Her fur is so soft.
Whoa.
And warm, too.
So,
Telling me, children, doth a woman by the name of Susanna live here? The old lady?
Oh, yes.
The old witch, you mean? Aye, we know her. Who doesn't?
Now then.
I see. And where might I find her?
Ah.
See that house with, what? See that house with the red roof over yonder? Ah, yes, I do. That's the old witch's place.
I see.
Thank thee, children.
Bye.
Of course. Say hello to the witch for us.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye, Lind.
Oh.
Enjoy the attention that didst thou. Ah. Best come in with me then, before they return in with more friends. Nah, I don't need to save right now. Well, I just walked past it. What am I doing? What's going on over here? What is this crowd?
Listen up.
But I have journeyed many leagues to have my fortune told by Madame Susanna.
Oi!
I implore you, pray open the door.
A pox on 'em!
God's teeth, man, get out of my way.
Tja. What the?
You wretched horse son, apologize at once.
Oi!
You won't get no apology out of old Alec. How do you say Alec? Alec? You don't talk none. Alike?
Honestly?
Has he lost his tongue?
No.
Nay. It's just that Susanna does the talking for the both of them.
Tja.
Oh ho.
Who is that man?
Doubtless.
Susanna's Minder. Minder? Minder? I don't know what that word is. Looks after her and it keeps the riffraff from bothering her, as you might have noticed. He said noticed, not noticed.
Truth is...
Name's alike. She took him on off the streets when he was a wee sprout.
Aye.
Saved his life, she did, and he's been in with her ever since.
Could that mean?
Old women aren't commonly in need of a bodyguard. They are when folk from far and wide come flocking to have their fortunes told. Fame don't sit too well with... Fame don't sit too well on her, considering how little she cares for company. Surely she doth not refuseth every visitor.
Right.
Bit of a funny one, ain't it? A seer who can see the future clear as day, but don't tell no one what she knows. A lake turns them all away, and no amount of begging or beseeching makes one spit of difference.
Ah, yes.
Every now and then a fool tries to get rough with a lake, but oft not ends up with only a cracked skull for his trouble.
Curses.
Finding her was easy, but talking to her may proveth more difficult. Why don't we just ask the man nicely, and he'll understand? So what's the plan? Something tells me a simple pretty please isn't going to work. Truth be told, I do not know. I wonder if the stubborn oaf has any weaknesses. Weaknesses? We all have them after all. Even thou, Therian? Huh? Since when were we talking about me? Aha, so thou dost. If you're going to be like this, you can forget about my help. Mine apology. We were discussing the bodyguard. Hard as it may be to believe, I've known my share of big, burly types who were spooked by beasts. Beasts, thou sayest? No compromises. What? No compromises? What? No promises that this one's the same, of course, but it's worth a try, wouldn't you say? 'Tis curious advice, but I shall consider in it. Hello. What if I talk to you?
Greetings.
I have business with Susanna. But thou sayest nothing, and thou wilt not listen either. Then I have no choice. Good sir, you will face the power of my tiger. I don't have any animals other than like 2, so
Now let us hunt him.
I just called the snow leopard a tiger. So
Come in, if thou
clearly I don't know
darest.
the difference between cats. Alright, he's weak to spears, that's fine.
Letting the hunt begin. Sorcery.
Wait, what? Now I can attack him?
Come in, if thou
That was
darest.
weird. Something tells me that wasn't legal.
What? Come in.
Will this do more damage? Oh, I didn't do anything.
Come in, if thou darest. Letting the hunt begin. Come in, if thou darest. Letting my arrow fly and shoot.
Sadly, these provoking fights aren't the most interesting.
Holding back nothing. Come in, if thou darest. Letting the hunt begin.
I'm not even sure if he's close to death yet.
Letting the hunt begin. Letting my arrow fly and true. Let's come in.
Yeah, at least we do get the good battle music. Instead of the lame ones we've had on a couple of weird
Letting my arrow
encounters.
fly and true.
Like if the town music was playing during this, I think I would be boring myself to death instead of me just hitting the A button.
Letting my arrow fly and true.
How much health could this guy possibly have?
Letting the hunt begin.
Okay, he's close to death.
Letting come in. Letting my
This would
arrow
probably
fly
be
and
going
true.
faster if I had other animals as well.
Come in, if thou darest. Come in.
Finally.
I honor thee, my quarry.
And not even that much XP.
He's a man grown, but still a boy within. Be a dear, Hannet, and have Linda carry the poor fool within.
Wait, her name's Linda?
He'll be catching his death of cold lying out in the snow like a log. How dost thou knowest my name? That's what you want to ask, isn't it? I'm a seer, remember? Possessed of the all-seeing eye. Or so they say.
Then thou art an oracle. Truly, thou will be able to help.
Poppycock and nonsense is all it is.
Poppycock?
A hunter from the woodlands who communes with the beasts. Not a common sight in these parts. The only one who might fit that description is that hobbledehoy, Xanta. Him or his prentice, Hannet of the Darkwood. Your age, your snow leopard, your garb, simple deduction, my dear. The trick is to say what you know, and nothing more, and let the gullible fill in the details. That's all Susanna's famous all-seeing eye is, in the end. Well, disappointed to learn I'm just a fraud?
On the contrary, now I know I can trust thee. If thou speakest the truth about this, then surely thou wouldst not speak false of aught else.
Fair befall you, but that Zonta lad raised a clever prentice, and that's the truth. Now, why don't you tell me why you're here? But first, let's go inside, shall we?
It seemeth that would be for the best.
Oh, well, well. That young master of yours has managed to get himself into a right mess, hasn't he?
Mistress Susanna, canst thou help in him?
There is one way.
In truth.
Truth? Ah, now that's a word. You said you trusted me, remember?
If there is the slightest chance of lifting that curse, I will trust whomever I need to. Milady?
Gods take my eyes if that fool hasn't raised a strong and brave young woman. I'd scarce believe it if you weren't standing here in front of me.
I learned from his example, the good and the bad.
Is that so? Can't imagine that would work, but the world is full of wonders at that. Isn't that so, my dear?
It is.
But about the curse.
I am prepared for any trial.
There is but one way to turn stone back to living flesh. And that is to slay the beast that wrought the curse.
I had feared as much, but it shall be done.
Stay, child. I'm not finished yet. Did Santa forget to teach you patience?
Mine apologies.
If you try to fight the beast as you are, you'll only meet the same fate as your master. And what good will you be to him then?
But I must...
What you must do first is find the means to protect yourself from Red Eye's lethal power. Tell me, dear, have you heard of the plant called Herb of Grace?
Never.
Long ago, there was a beast in these parts too, what turned men to stone. Folks here soon learned that Herb of Grace could ward off the magic. I reckon it should be effective against Red Eye as well. Herb of Grace grows in a forest so thick there are few ways in. I'll send a layak ahead to show you the entrance to the trail. But know that the forest is a perilous place, and home to many frightful beasts. You want to prepare well before you venture in.
I shall. Thank thee, milady.
It is my pleasure, dear. In a strange way, that Xanta boy was like a son to me. A vexing, wayward one, but a son all the same. With you being his prentice, it rather makes you my grandchild now. And what kind of a grandmother would I be if I refused to lend you a helping hand?
Master and I are both in thy debt.
Alright. I'm sorry if during any of that you could hear little, like, scratches in the audio. I don't know if that's an issue with the game or if it's on my end. Also, that is a 2-story house, and there are no stairs in here. That was all I was thinking about during that
Most
cutscene.
intriguing.
Why, I would have thought Herb of Grace was gone from this world. Even botanists believe the plant was long extinct. To think it still grows in these wintry wastes, 'tis a miracle or near enough. Yes, this is why a true scholar should not confine himself to his office. Who knows what great discoveries await in far-flung frontiers. It pleaseth me to find thou findest joy in this quest. And yet, that Susanna woman, Whatever. Well, I was just most impressed to encounter one so wise and astute. And her name. It sounds familiar somehow. I must review my tomes when this journey is over. The fact that he says that makes me think, you know, that we've heard it before. Maybe, like, had something to do with the headmaster. I'm not sure. Are you good at anything? No. I'm assuming we'll have to fight a boss when we go get this herb, and then we'll know where to go into Chapter 4. I assume that's what this will do. The one thing I don't like about these snow areas is that, boy, do they sure like to obscure your visibility.
Standest thou against
Ooh.
me? Then be hunted.
What the heck are these?
My turn.
Snow leopards? That's not a snow leopard.
The winds of fortune howl.
Well, that wasn't the answer.
Huh! Ah! What is the logical course of action? A great inferno to scorch the land.
Like, how can those be snow leopards, but then Lind is the snow leopard?
Coming, if thou
I don't know.
darest.
Unless there might be like a male-female difference, maybe? Entirely
I will
possible.
cut him down.
Also, is the
I'm
game...
ready.
I feel like the game's louder than it normally is. I'm not sure. I don't know what to use against these guys. I guess I should just boost
The peacock strut.
Cyrus.
Let it I will cut him down.
They're not weak to swords, sadly, but that should do a decent amount of damage. What if I try daggers? They're not weak to daggers.
Ah! A great inferno to scorch the land.
They are weak to Cyrus,
Not
though,
bad.
and Cyrus can defeat all. Dang it, Therion was so close to leveling up. Yeah, I'm not a fan of them obscuring the view with the snow. It's not that bad in terms of actually obscuring, but I just
My turn.
kind of wish it wasn't there.
Here you go. An interesting dilemma.
Would it? Yeah, it would just be better if I get rid of the snow leopard, I think. So he can't act next turn.
Over here.
He just had a move called These Nuts.
I am ready.
You can't tell me that someone didn't put that in not knowing. That's amazing.
Let in the hunt. I will cut him down.
Out of my way.
Are you at half health?
You're
No, you're not. I'm gonna see if I can capture him.
Let in the hunt beginning.
13%. Double soporific claw? That would be pretty good to have, in all honesty.
I am ready. The moonlight walks.
What is the logic? My focus, oh flames, raise strong. Thus ends your lesson.
There we go. Therion's hit level 50. That's good. What level's Hannah at? 57. Yeah, she's going to be my strongest character. By a landslide. Grim whiteness, as far as the eye can seeth. How would that be pronounced? Seeth. I don't know. 'Tis colder here too. The wind cutteth to the bone.
Come on.
This way.
Now then.
A trail.
Mm-hmm.
A secret path only the mistress knows. It leads straight to the heart of the forest. Out here, the snow never melts. It covers landmarks and makes every direction look much like the other. The herb of grace grows somewhere deep in the forest. But be wary. Many dangerous fiends lurk within. Why couldn't we have... I feel like we didn't need a guide to get here. That is why Susanna keeps the knowledge of this path a secret. So thou dost speaken, and as well as any man.
Huh.
Only when I have to say something.
Thanks be to thee.
Will that more people in the world followeth that same principle? Go carefully. I have not seen Susanna look so happy for many a year. Pray return safely, that you might bring her more joy.
Thou hast my thanks.
I shall. I owe her that much and more. I will prevail. Alright, we are in dungeon. In record time too. I don't even think I got to the other dungeons within 20-something minutes.
Time to teach
Oh,
you
it's
a
more
lesson.
fun. Is that an actual dinosaur? Is that a Remobra?
I am ready.
They are all weak to different elements, and I just hit something. It's not weak to axes.
Out of my way. The winds of fortune howl.
Letting the hunt begin it.
I'm gonna try fire. I'm gonna assume that that bush is weak to fire.
What is the logical
If a bush
course
is
of
not
action?
weak to fire, then it's not a real bush. It's not a real bush.
I am ready.
Are you weak to axe? No, you are not weak to axe. Are you weak to sword? You are weak to sword. Doesn't matter, you will all die now.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Wow, they lived.
What? Yeah! The hunt endeth.
Once again, I think the shtick is I'm gonna try and not get all the treasure chests here. There's no promise. If I see them, I'll try and go for them.
This is the beginning of your
However,
end.
the combination of enemies
Out
is
of
not
my
making
way.
me a happy camper.
I am ready.
However, the amount of breakpoints they have is actually kind of okay.
The peacock struck.
Letting the hunt begin.
Well, he's poisoned.
What's this now?
I'm glad the general rule is that if you are a flying enemy, you are weak to bows.
Scorch the land.
Letting my arrow. Yeah!
Remember, all I need is for Cyrus to do a big attack. Whoops. Wait. There we go. Found the weapon.
What's this now?
And now you will all die. I do need to heal him up, though.
A passing.
Poison does a lot in this game, honestly. And I should try and use it more. Except I never have an apothecary in my party with poison. 'Cause I have Primrose here, but I don't really want to spend any of the any of the job points to buffer. Because I don't want her to be an apothecary forever.
Come on, I've got better things to do. Out of my way.
Trade wins. Please stop attacking Cyrus.
What next? A torrent of arrows!
I am ready. The peacock struck.
Now I'll wait till next turn to hit them with the big attack.
Great inferno to scorch the land.
Or not. I might not even need to. Yeah, I don't need to use any MP. Wow, she is just so weak at physically attacking.
The hunt.
She's not even in the triple digits. That's ridiculous to me. Got a plum basket. Is there no purple chest in this zone?
Now, let us hunt.
Also, this is a really small dungeon.
I am ready.
I don't like that they're weak to wind. Can I leave? Thank you. And once I get something that can do wind multiple times, or a decent way to do the rock cleaver, would that be an axe? It would. Okay, you have a magus knife, and quite frankly, I think your elemental attack should be high, so I won't worry about that. Yeah, I think that's all fine. There was no purple chest in this zone, unless I found it and I just didn't register it. I'm worried about saving over this file in case I somehow mess something up, so I'm gonna go ahead and save on the backup file, just for now.